Start recording. Knock on the door. Mr. Sloan.
How you doing? I'm ready.
Hey, nice to meet you.
You take a photo.
Please have a seat right over here. Were you able to find parking okay?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Good, good. Did I offer you some water?
Do you have any bourbon?
No.
No? Alright. It's a shame.
Okay. Alright, so I guess we should just get into it.
Yeah, I would like to cut to the chase as soon as possible, please.
Alright.
This fucking old lady, man.
Mrs. Mayhew? Let's just really quick recap the facts so we're on the same page.
Let's make it quick, though.
You purchased your home in Rhode Island, and Mrs. Mayhew erected a fence while you were in Europe.
Correct?
After there were a series of parties in which there was a lot of noise and at times lewd acts going on in your pool, in and around your premises and in your pool.
Exactly. I swear to God, she just did it out of spite. There's no reason for her to have that fucking fence there. All she wants is to offend me so I can't have my goddamn beachfront. And now I can't sell my house for what it's worth because I don't longer have a beach view. It's went down by $1 million. I can't fucking stand it. I can't believe it.
I understand that.
Okay.
That could totally be frustrating.
So, can we get this fence down legally or not?
Well, that's something that we need to discuss because it's not a clear-cut answer.
That's not what I want to hear. I need either yes or no. If it's a no, I'm going to take matters into my own fucking hands.
I would recommend that you do not. Let's take the legal process first, because if we don't at least give it a shot, I can guarantee you the wall's going to stay up. Okay? So at best, we'll get everything that you want accomplished. I mean, but if we don't try, nothing's going to change. And I don't know exactly what you mean by take matters into your own hands, but it doesn't sound like, that would be my first. I would counsel you to go the legal route first prior to doing anything else. So let me tell you. At least let me explain to you the process of what we're going to do here, okay? In my capacity as your attorney, I'm going to file a complaint for you in the district court. And I'm going to say that Mrs. Mayhew has built this wall, and Rhode Island has a statute, has a law against spite walls, okay?
All right.
So this is a spite wall is what I'm going to argue on your behalf. That she built this wall not because she wants privacy or because of any other matter. She just built it there because she's angry with you and she wants to get back at you. Based on what you're telling me, I mean, that's what it sounds like. So once I file a complaint in court, Mrs. Mayhew is going to get a copy of that, and then she's going to file an answer. She's going to give her version of the facts, and she might, if she has any counterclaims against you, she'll file them at that time, okay? After we get through that, we start a process known as discovery. And discovery is really, it's like where we find all the facts. So I will go to Mrs. Mayhew's house, and I will interview her. I will interview other witnesses, okay? In addition, we'll look through emails, any letters, any correspondence you guys have, and she'll be able to do the same with you. One of the things that might be a concern is that during discovery, Mrs. Mayhew can also interview people who were at your house, and in particular, maybe some of your clients. So I don't know how you would feel about that, but it's just something that you should be aware of as we go into litigation, okay?
It's a little annoying, but whatever.
Yeah. I just want you to be aware of that, and just to prepare for any possibility, any trouble that might cause.
It's fucking annoying, man. Hold on. I need a break real quick. All right, feel a little better. Been doing this stuff for 2 days straight, man.
What is that?
Don't worry about what this is. This is mine, motherfucker.
All right.
All right.
After we go through this discovery process, and a lot of stuff's going to come out. So I mean, if this is the type of behavior that's going on in your parties, during your parties, that will come out during the trial, which is going to come after the discovery phase. The lawyers will get to present this to a jury or a judge, okay, when we actually get to trial. So for this exact reason, I would recommend that we do not go with a jury trial. Instead, we have what's called a bench trial in front of a judge. The judge is more experienced, and you won't be swayed as much by things that don't matter, such as your recreational activities that you partake in. Okay?
Recreational.
there's
I don't want to hear it depends.
I know.
I fucking hate that word. I deal with Laura saying that all the time. Tell me a goddamn straight answer.
Okay, so I'll tell you what will happen.
All right.
The judge is going to decide whether, on the merit, on the claims that are being made here, whether this wall should come down. And there's a couple things that could happen. The wall will either come down in its entirety, the whole thing will be removed, okay, or part of the wall will be removed, at least the part that blocks your house to the beach, not the part, because I'm not sure how familiar you are with the claims that Mrs. Mayhew's making, but she's saying that she has a health issue.
Apparently.
Yeah, so she says that the sounds, you know, she can't sleep. Her doctor needs her to have good sleep. And that's another thing that's going to happen during discovery. I'm going to go and I'm going to interview her doctor. I'm going to see a license, you know, see an actual doctor. What kind of doctor is he? Is he a specialist? You know, what determinations has he made? What has he diagnosed her with? Does she actually have anything? Is he a quack? You know, these are the things that are going to come up. If Mrs. Mayhew does actually have a health condition that requires her to be able to sleep, because she has a direct view of your pool, and if these things that are going on are stopping her from getting a good night's sleep and are affecting her physical health, then that wall, at least the portion that blocks your pool to her bedroom, is going to stay up. If she actually has a problem. It doesn't sound to me like she does, because
Bullshit.
the facts, I never heard of her the facts don't show that she had this condition before. I'm not sure if she ever brought it up to you.
She never said nothing bullshit.
Okay, so if she just bring it up again, that would lead us to what is called a spike fence. And if it's a spike fence, that will have to come down, or at least it'll have to be dropped 6 feet. Okay, so you will get your view back.
Alright.
All right?
I need my view to get my price back up.
Exactly. So, there's a couple things she's going to say. She's going to say that, one, she wants to block out the noise, right? She doesn't also want to see what's going on. And lastly, that it's her health condition that's requiring her to keep this wall up.
Yeah, bullshit health condition.
Yeah. So, in addition, she might say it's a privacy concern. She wants perhaps privacy between you and her home. But I saw in the picture that there's actually trees up. So there is already some form of privacy there. And the good news is that courts in other cases have said that, you know, privacy alone is not a good enough reason to erect a huge wall. And actually, this is a massive wall. It's not just an ordinary fence.
It's fucking 12 feet wide.
Yes, exactly. It's one of those walls that you see along the highway.
Exactly.
So I think it's definitely overkill. But once we get into trial, this is all going to come out. The judge is going to make a determination on whether Mrs. Mayhew is telling the truth. And like I said, if she's telling the truth, the wall's going to stay up. I'll give you the clear-cut facts here. If she's telling the truth, if she really has a medical condition, that wall, the portion that's blocking your pool to her house, is going to stay up. It's not a spike fence. Spike fences are fences that are just put up for malice alone, for malicious purposes. If there's any other purpose, the wall stays up. Okay? So if she's lying, though, I think you have a really good chance of getting this wall down. Okay?
Yeah.
Removed in the entirety, perhaps even monetary damages, you might be able to get some money out of this.
That'd be great.
It would. I'll tell you what will happen next. So after the judge makes his determination, the losing party will most likely appeal, and we'll have to fight the issue again in an appeals court. But the appeals court will only change the decision if the judge in the trial court was totally wrong. So you don't really have to worry. If we win in the trial court, it's probably going to stay that way.
All right, good.
But
I don't know.
because this discovery process where you're going to have to talk, you might get interviewed, some of your clients might get interviewed, it might affect your business. I would also recommend that you take another avenue. Perhaps you consider a settlement with Mrs. Mayhew. Perhaps even you can go talk to her. It sounds like she's very upset, because you guys were at one point on good terms.
One point, yeah.
Yeah, so I think perhaps maybe she just, wants to be treated nicely, and, she's an old lady. Perhaps if this was something that you'd be willing to do, you could try to patch things up between you two and maybe talk about putting down a wall and putting up something else. Or perhaps paying for soundproof windows, or put up some kind of shrubs or something. Something where your house is not going to lose its value, and you'll be able to keep having these parties, but you won't, have to deal with this huge, hideous wall that she's put up.
I doubt that old bat will succumb to something like that. She's so fucking stubborn. I can't deal with her, man. I just want to sell the house and get it over with. I don't even want to stay there anymore. It's dropped down $1 million of value. I need that wall down so I can sell it. And she won't even have to deal with me, period.
Okay. Is that something that you've discussed with her?
I have not discussed this with her yet.
That also could be something that we could talk about. Perhaps you could say, you know what, I want to get out of here, but I can't sell my house until you put down this wall. So if you want me out of here, then
That wall needs to come down.
Okay, so definitely you guys can think about before we even get through the process of discovery, because discovery, the whole case, the legal fees, everything is going to be quite expensive. So I would recommend that if you can, you should go and settle with her, or I can settle with her on your behalf. We can try to work something out before we go to court. Because there's no
Okay.
guarantee court is going to be successful for us. Like I told you, it depends, but it depends on some very specific factual instances here. You know, is she or is she not sick? There's also just another option is mediation, where we go to a mediator and have a mediator between you and Mrs. Mayhew, and you guys can try to work it out there, and he could be like a judge that just is trying to make a fairness decision between you two.
Whatever gets that wall down, that's all I care about. That's what I need. That's the goal.
All right.
And I get what I want.
Yeah. I I think that we should go ahead with this, and I'll file a complaint, and I'll let you know what happens with Mrs. Mayhew as soon as I can, and then in the meantime, you should reach out to her and see if you can settle something with her, because I don't think she's going to be amenable to settling with you after the lawsuit has come in. She's probably going to be angry with you more so. So, you know, if you can reach out to her, try to deal with it prior to us initiating the lawsuit. But if peace talks don't work out, then you can just give me the go ahead and I'll initiate the suit.
Yeah, let's just take this back to court.
All right. Well, do you have any more questions for me? Are there any concerns that you have?
No more concerns. I just want to get this done and over with. I'm sick and tired of this old lady.
All right. So, does that mean that you probably are not going to reach out to her and maybe try to settle?
I'm gonna try my best, but I doubt I'll get anywhere. She's so fucking stubborn. Can't fucking stand her.
All right. Well, great. Then we'll proceed from here. I hope. Let me know within the next week if you want me to initiate the suit.
All right.
And we'll do that then.
All right. It was nice to meet you.
Thanks.